Hello people and welcome to the Yukon! Yes, hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Yukon in Canada. I'm going to be going on a wild adventure in an RV with My Canada Trips and CanaDream. Yes, you can expect insane landscapes, national parks, seaplane tours, hopefully the Northern Lights, and lots of First Nations culture and heritage. And quickly, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you're enjoying it, and you can always leave a comment. Let's crack on with the Yukon. Good morning. We have arrived in the Yukon and to Whitehorse, and we are now at Miles Canyon. What a welcome back to Canada, what a welcome to the Yukon. Last night we stayed in Whitehorse. We arrived quite late at the small airport here, and we stayed at the brand new Grand Hyatt. Amazing rooms, beautiful breakfast. Oh my god. Alright people, welcome to the Yukon and my home on wheels for the next 5 days. This is the TCA Travel Maxi camper with CanaDream, and I'm going to show you around. But first, can you tell me what I should name this bad boy for our road trip? Come on in. First off, where the magic happens. Here's the double bed over the top of the cab. Plenty of space, a nice skylight and a view outside of the window. And then we have the kitchen. 3 gas hobs, a full oven, a microwave just inside this cupboard here, tons and tons of bits and pieces, a sink, and we have a shower. Here we have a toilet, a flushable toilet, a sink and a shower, and we've got an air conditioning unit here. And here we have a second bed. Now this bed is described as being suitable for a small child, although it is almost good enough for a 6-foot person. Not quite sure about that. I'm not sure how Dave's going to sleep on this bed. For hanging your clothes. Around this side, we've got the propane tanks. This is where our gas is. There we go. There is the tour of our TCA Maxi travel camper with CanaDream. We're going to be exploring the Yukon for the next 5 or 6 days in this bad boy, and I want to know what you are going to name it for us. This afternoon we drove between Whitehorse to Haines Junction to the Kluane National Park. Right now we're just on the edge of the national park. We came to the visitor centre to meet with Brent, who's showing us around and giving us an overview. But just look at this incredible scenery. Alright, day one, we're heading to our first campsite called Alpine Lake. We've just stopped at Frosty's in Haines Junction. We were strongly recommended 10:16, but it was closed unfortunately. However, we've got fish and chips from Frosty's. We're going to go enjoy these at Pine Lake Campground. Waking up here, Pine Lake, on our second morning. First one in the camper. Didn't sleep brilliant. This has me absolutely lost for words, blown away. What a spot. And these clouds covering the mountains, peeking through at the top. Breathtaking, doesn't even cover it. We are leaving Pine Lake, and look, it has a little honour system, so we have to put our $20 into the box. Don't skip that bit. As you can see, we're a little bit unlucky with the weather today, so some of our hikes have been cancelled, but we have come to Burwash Landing, which is right on the Kluane Lake, and we're just going to check out the Kluane History Museum, and this is the largest gold pan in the world, apparently. are getting close to the border with Alaska now, and we have just stopped at Discovery Yukon Lodgings with these incredible views. I think that's Mount Taylor. This place has an electric hookup, which is so handy when you have an RV. They also have these cute little lodges and a motel style suite, and honestly I'm a big fan of this place. If you come this far, please come and see the owner, Amanda. Tell her that you saw this video, because she has hooked us up and is a very great host. I mean, just look at this, look at the colors. Being here in fall or autumn is absolutely stunning. So this morning we left Discovery Yukon Lodges and we headed north along the Alaska Highway to Alaska. Believe it or not. No, this is actually the kind of touristy borders. Look, we've got a Yukon sign over there, Alaska here, and kind of like the official borderline over here, but actually we haven't gone through customs and we haven't gone through immigration either. But it's a pretty cool spot, and the drive and the scenery is amazing. And we're going to pop back to Beaver Creek, Canada's most westerly community. Another challenging weather day, but we are seeing a lot. I mean, it doesn't matter. I love this. I love the way the moody mist is rolling over the top. Anyway, this is Pickhandle Lake. This is where we flew the drone the other day. This is a really nice little stop to this pontoon, which is a lot of fun. Hopefully you get to see a little bit more, because the mountains are all the way, peaks are there, it's covered in cloud, but this is still beautiful. What an incredible place. This morning we left Discovery Yukon Lodgings, and the drive down to here, Burwash Landing, was unbelievable. It was crazy, so beautiful, and we missed this on the route up because the weather was so bad we could barely even see the peaks. So I'm so happy that we've had a clear morning. You just wait until you see some of these shots. One stop you have to make is the Kluane gas station and store, who do great wraps, breakfast wraps as well. Super friendly, very nice people. Got a stop here on your way through in Burwash Landing, and amazing coffee too. On our way through here, we were meant to stop just here, the Thatchel Dale Visitor Centre, for a hike all the way up there where you can often see Dale sheep, but the weather was terrible that day, and today we have another hike planned. But I really recommend you stop at the visitor centre if it's open, and do the Soldier Summit hike, which is just a few minutes down there. 2 hikes that I recommend for you. As you can see, the weather's coming again. So lucky, well, so grateful to have that incredible weather this morning on that drive. Now we've met up with Derek from Yukon Guided Adventures to do the Alsek Valley Trail. So everything's looking quite moody, but the colours are still great. Hopefully we'll get some nice pictures. We've just stopped at this viewpoint. All right, Dave?
That's lovely.
For some spruce tipped tea. And it actually tastes like the trees. Good morning. Today I checked out of the High Country RV Park, and I'll be exploring Whitehorse this morning, starting here at the highly recommended Lumel Studios, followed by a couple of excellent museums. Lovely day to be walking around Whitehorse, which has a incredible atmosphere to it. It's very chilled vibe. This is the Whitehorse Landing. We have the famous totem pole just over there. We've been to the Quarlendon Cultural Centre. That is a must visit, and we're about to go to the McBride Museum just over there. I was not expecting McBride Museum to have so much, from all of the First Nations stuff to the Gold Rush Museum and bonus views over the Yukon River. You can probably see from the plane behind me and the smile on my face, the next activity is a scenic flight seeing tour of the Yukon, and we're taking this one. Super excited because we weren't sure whether this was going to go ahead. The weather hasn't been great. We're going to go and view the southern lakes. You can also take a flight over the Kluane National Park. Okay, let's go. Can you hear me now? Okay, and I can hear my own voice, perfect. So I can actually slightly move the plane left and right with this. Oh my god, that's so sensitive. You trusting me, Dave?
I have no choice.
I've just landed back on Horseback Lake and Nick from Alpine Aviation. It's been amazing. Thank you, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah. How do you enjoy it, Dave?
Superb.
Wasn't too much turbulence either. Fantastic.
Well,
where we're heading?
Caribou Wild Mountain Tours. We're going to be going up the mountain for a 2-hour ride, and this is Pika here, and she's excited to go.
Excellent.
And it'll be nice weather. It's not raining, at least yet.
Better than yesterday.
Yeah, better than yesterday. Oh my god.
Alright, straight off the scenic flight, we are now horse riding or horseback riding with Caribou Wild Mountain Tours. Now I have Emerson just over there, who's leading me and Pika around these beautiful mountains. I mean, look at this view. She wants to go home. We're not going this way. Go on, Pika. Tonight we've headed out quite late at night with Northern Tales on a very special tour to try and see the aurora, the Northern Lights, and I can tell you, so far so good. We have some amazing pictures to show you, and this is our amazing guide. Naomi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Helping us with our camera setup and making sure we get all the right pictures. Let's just take a moment to say what a day yesterday was, finishing off with the Northern Lights. That's just a dream, that's bucket list stuff. Anyway, today, our last day in the Yukon, which is very sad. We're heading down to the southern lakes, doing a road trip down to Carcross and that area, and this one is Emerald Lake, and the colours, you wait until you see the drone shot. So we have made it to Carcross, been to the visitor centre, got ourselves a sticker, into the Matthew Watson store, the oldest continually operating store in the Yukon. Now I've got 4 out of 6 stickers in the whole of the Yukon visitor centres. Anyway, there's a train, historic train that runs through here called the White Pass, and it does the Yukon route. It started in 1898, or was built in 1898. It's a very famous engineering feat. It never passes through here, but today some train enthusiasts have basically chartered it to see it, and we're here by chance and we filmed it. So that is quite spectacular, and we are very, very lucky. Oh my god, we just saw a black bear crossing over here. We didn't capture it, it's impossible, but the other day I was saying the 3 things that would be incredible would be the scenic flight, the Northern Lights, and seeing a black bear, and we have just seen one. Look at that. Dave whipped his phone out. We saw it. Oh, magical, I freaking love the Yukon. I'm gonna miss these mountains and these views. One thing that seriously impressed me about the Yukon is its contemporary and modern treaties for the First Nations and the indigenous people. It really is setting a fantastic example for Canada and the rest of the world. And it can really be seen throughout the Yukon, throughout the visitor centres, and a lot of the heritage is on display, and I recommend you go and see as much of it as you can. And of course, that's not a complete list of things to do in the Yukon. I'd love to do the full top of the world route via Dawson City, via Chicken. I'd love to do an overnight hike to Observation Mountain, and I'm very excited to come back in winter. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this content on the Yukon. Please let me know if you've got any questions at all. Drop them in the comments, like and subscribe if you're enjoying it. Thank you for watching, and of course, happy travels.